Question 1. Researchers studying evolution notice loss of genetic variation after a sharp population reduction. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A. Reproductive isolation. Option B. Bottleneck effect. Option C. Exponential growth. Option D. Carrying capacity. The correct answer is option B. Bottleneck effect. This choice is best because it can leave surviving populations with reduced diversity. The other choices point to helps populations diverge into separate species, produces a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions, and limits population growth when resources are finite, so they do not match the clue. Question 2. An experiment points to a family diagram used to track inheritance. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A. Gel electrophoresis. Option B. Pedigree. Option C. Transgenic organism. Option D. Recombinant DNA. The correct answer is option B. Pedigree. This choice is best because it shows how traits pass through generations. The other choices point to uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel, contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, and allows genes from one organism to be inserted into another, so they do not match the clue. Question 3. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits the comparison group not receiving the tested treatment? Option A. Data table. Option B. Scientific method. Option C. Control group. Option D. Independent variable. The correct answer is option C. Control group. This choice is best because it helps show whether the treatment caused the effect. The other choices point to helps compare variables and identify patterns, uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions, and is manipulated to test its effect, so they do not match the clue. Question 4. Would formation of early embryonic germ layers most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A. Vaccine. Option B. Xylem. Option C. Gastrulation. Option D. Alveolus. The correct answer is option C. Gastrulation. This choice is best because it sets up basic body tissues and organization. The other choices point to prepares the immune system for future exposure, moves water from roots toward leaves, and provides a large surface for oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange, so they do not match the clue. Question 5. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify a graph often used to show change over time? Option A. Sample size. Option B. Control group. Option C. Line graph. Option D. Scientific method. The correct answer is option C. Line graph. This choice is best because it displays trends in a continuous variable. The other choices point to affects reliability and confidence in results, helps show whether the treatment caused the effect, and uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions, so they do not match the clue. Question 6. For a clue about storing and transmitting hereditary information, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Option B. Nucleic acid. Option C. Pedigree. Option D. Carbohydrate. The correct answer is option B. Nucleic acid. This choice is best because it includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information. The other choices point to models a non-evolving population under specific conditions, shows how traits pass through generations, and includes sugars and polysaccharides used for energy and structure, so they do not match the clue. Question 7. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies formation of a new species in mixed biology review? Option A. Reproductive isolation. Option B. Exponential growth. Option C. Speciation. Option D. Kin selection. The correct answer is option C. Speciation. This choice is best because it occurs when populations become reproductively isolated. The other choices point to helps populations diverge into separate species, produces a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions, and can explain some forms of altruistic behavior, so they do not match the clue. Question 8. A mixed biology review passage asks about gene expression changes not caused by DNA sequence changes. Which response is accurate? Option A. Pedigree. Option B. Transgenic organism. Option C. Epigenetics. Option D. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. The correct answer is option C. Epigenetics. This choice is best because it can affect whether genes are turned on or off. The other choices point to shows how traits pass through generations, contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, and models a non-evolving population under specific conditions, so they do not match the clue. Question 9. One question gives the clue a limiting factor that becomes stronger as population density rises. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A. Trophic level. Option B. Logistic growth. Option C, density-dependent factor. Option D, keystone species. The correct answer is option C, density-dependent factor. This choice is best because it includes competition, disease, and predation. The other choices point to places organisms by how they obtain energy, produces an S-shaped curve when resources become limiting, and can strongly shape community structure, so they do not match the clue. Question 10. Can you spot the biology term for cutting DNA at specific sequences in mixed biology review? Option A, restriction enzyme. Option B, transgenic organism. Option C, PCR. Option D, transcription. The correct answer is option A, restriction enzyme. This choice is best because it acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology. The other choices point to contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis, and copies genetic information into RNA, so they do not match the clue. Question 11. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue a prokaryotic single-celled organism? Option A, mitochondrion. Option B, ribosome. Option C, bacterium. Option D, osmosis. The correct answer is option C, bacterium. This choice is best because it has cellular structure but lacks a nucleus. The other choices point to carries out reactions that generate much of the cell's ATP, is the site where translation builds polypeptides, and is the diffusion of water across a membrane, so they do not match the clue. Question 12. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains genetic drift after a few individuals start a population? Option A, founder effect. Option B, density-independent factor. Option C, density-dependent factor. Option D, carrying capacity. The correct answer is option A, founder effect. This choice is best because it can make a new population genetically different by chance. The other choices point to include storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances, includes competition, disease, and predation, and limits population growth when resources are finite, so they do not match the clue. Question 13. After observing DNA made by combining genetic material from different sources, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, genotype. Option B, gene expression. Option C, sex-linked inheritance. Option D, recombinant DNA. The correct answer is option D, recombinant DNA. This choice is best because it allows genes from one organism to be inserted into another. The other choices point to describes genetic makeup for a trait, connects DNA instructions to RNA or protein output, and often shows distinctive patterns because males have one X chromosome, so they do not match the clue. Question 14. Before answering an item about rapid learning during a critical period, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, commensalism. Option B, imprinting. Option C, trophic level. Option D, invasive species. The correct answer is option B, imprinting. This choice is best because it can shape animal behavior early in life. The other choices point to is a symbiosis with no clear effect on one partner, places organisms by how they obtain energy, and can outcompete native species and alter communities, so they do not match the clue. Question 15. The phrase a change in one nucleotide base most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, bottleneck effect. Option B, operon. Option C, point mutation. Option D, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. The correct answer is option C, point mutation. This choice is best because it alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product. The other choices point to can leave surviving populations with reduced diversity, lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, and models a non-evolving population under specific conditions, so they do not match the clue. Question 16. Where does the clue eyepiece magnification multiplied by objective magnification lead in mixed biology review? Option A, cell differentiation. Option B, plasma membrane. Option C, prokaryotic cell. Option D, microscope magnification. The correct answer is option D, microscope magnification. This choice is best because it gives total magnification for viewing a specimen. The other choices point to allows multicellular organisms to form different tissues, acts as a selectively permeable boundary, and has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, so they do not match the clue. Question 17. Why would a catalyst that lowers activation energy be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, dehydration synthesis. Option B, enzyme. Option C, hydrogen bonding. Option D, coenzyme. The correct answer is option B, enzyme. This choice is best because it speeds reactions without being consumed. The other choices point to forms polymers by removing water during bond formation, explains many unusual water properties that support life, and assists enzymes in carrying out reactions, so they do not match the clue. Question 18. During review of mixed biology review, which term names building a protein from an mRNA message? Option A, translation. Option B, PCR. Option C, meiosis. Option D, plasmid. The correct answer is option A, translation. This choice is best because it uses ribosomes and tRNA to assemble amino acids. The other choices point to makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis, has chromosome number for sexual reproduction, and can carry genes into bacterial cells, so they do not match the clue. Question 19. Based on the description variety of genes, species, and ecosystems, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, biodiversity. Option B, competition. Option C, mutualism. Option D, predation. The correct answer is option A, biodiversity. This choice is best because it can increase ecosystem resilience and conservation value. The other choices point to can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, is a symbiosis that helps both partners and links predator and prey population dynamics, so they do not match the clue. Question 20. Students reviewing mixed biology review C, protecting biodiversity and ecosystems. Which answer is best? Option A, biodiversity. Option B, community. Option C, conservation biology. Option D, parasitism. The correct answer is option C, conservation biology. This choice is best because it uses biology to preserve species and habitats. The other choices point to can increase ecosystem resilience and conservation value, includes multiple species living together, and is a symbiosis that benefits the parasite, so they do not match the clue. Question 21. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes the resource demand humans place on ecosystems. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, K-selected species. Option B, nitrogen fixation. Option C, density-dependent factor. Option D, ecological footprint. The correct answer is option D, ecological footprint. This choice is best because it estimates environmental impact from consumption. The other choices point to often do well near carrying capacity, makes nitrogen available to living organisms, and includes competition, disease, and predation, so they do not match the clue. Question 22. Could a test writer use community development on newly exposed surfaces without soil to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, primary succession. Option B, carrying capacity. Option C, parasitism. Option D, mutualism. The correct answer is option A, primary succession. This choice is best because it begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock. The other choices point to limits population growth when resources are finite, is a symbiosis that benefits the parasite, and is a symbiosis that helps both partners, so they do not match the clue. Question 23. Is the best match for a branching diagram based on shared derived traits found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, analogous structure. Option B, crossing over. Option C, genetic drift. Option D, cladogram. The correct answer is option D, cladogram. This choice is best because it organizes organisms by evolutionary relationships. The other choices point to reflect similar selection pressures rather than close ancestry, increases genetic variation during meiosis, and has especially strong effects in small populations, so they do not match the clue. Question 24. A short passage on mixed biology review describes a large ecological region defined by climate and dominant organisms. Which answer fits? Option A, K-selected species. Option B, primary succession. Option C, biome. Option D, carrying capacity. The correct answer is option C, biome. This choice is best because it groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms. The other choices point to often do well near carrying capacity, begins where soil is absent, such as bare rock, and limits population growth when resources are finite, so they do not match the clue. Question 25. If a passage mentions stable allele frequencies when evolution is not occurring, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, natural selection. Option B, phylogenetic tree. Option C, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Option D, community. The correct answer is option C, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. This choice is best because it models a non-evolving population under specific conditions. The other choices point to changes trait frequencies when traits affect survival or reproduction, shows hypotheses about shared ancestry, and includes multiple species living together, so they do not match the clue. Question 26. Researchers studying ecology notice growth that slows near carrying capacity. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, predation. Option B, trophic level. Option C, logistic growth. Option D, nitrogen fixation. The correct answer is option C, logistic growth. This choice is best because it produces an S-shaped curve when resources become limiting. The other choices point to links predator and prey population dynamics, places organisms by how they obtain energy, and makes nitrogen available to living organisms, so they do not match the clue. Question 27. An experiment points to an organism carrying a gene from another species. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, plasmid. Option B, transgenic organism. Option C, codon. Option D, nucleic acid. The correct answer is option B, transgenic organism. This choice is best because it contains introduced DNA that can change its traits. The other choices point to can carry genes into bacterial cells, links the genetic code to protein sequence, and includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, so they do not match the clue. Question 28. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits waves of muscle contraction moving food through the gut? Option A, peristalsis. Option B, xylem. Option C, urea. Option D, neuron. The correct answer is option A, peristalsis. This choice is best because it pushes material along the digestive tract. The other choices point to moves water from roots toward leaves, is less toxic than ammonia and is excreted in urine, and uses electrical signals and synapses to communicate, so they do not match the clue. Question 29. Would controlling body temperature most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, thermoregulation. Option B, insulin. Option C, buffer. Option D, negative feedback. The correct answer is option A, thermoregulation. This choice is best because it helps organisms maintain enzyme function and homeostasis. The other choices point to promotes glucose uptake and storage, helps biological fluids stay near a stable pH, and stabilizes body conditions by opposing change, so they do not match the clue. Question 30. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify rapid early cell divisions without growth? Option A, embryonic cleavage. Option B, gastrulation. Option C, apoptosis. Option D, peristalsis. The correct answer is option A, embryonic cleavage. This choice is best because it increases cell number soon after fertilization. The other choices point to sets up basic body tissues and organization, removes damaged or unneeded cells in an orderly way, and pushes material along the digestive tract, so they do not match the clue. Question 31. For a clue about movement of carbon through organisms, air, water, and rocks, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, conservation biology. Option B, carbon cycle. Option C, producer. Option D, population. The correct answer is option B, carbon cycle. This choice is best because it connects photosynthesis, respiration, decomposition, and combustion. The other choices point to uses biology to preserve species and habitats, forms the energy base of many ecosystems, and is the basic unit often studied in population biology, so they do not match the clue. Question 32. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies a daily biological cycle in mixed biology review? Option A, action potential. Option B, circadian rhythm. Option C, auxin. Option D, hemoglobin. The correct answer is option B, circadian rhythm. This choice is best because it regulates behaviors and physiology over about 24 hours. The other choices point to propagates nerve signals along axons, promotes cell elongation and phototroism, and binds oxygen and helps deliver it to tissues, so they do not match the clue. Question 33. A mixed biology review passage asks about a fast involuntary response pathway. Which response is accurate? Option A, hemoglobin. Option B, circadian rhythm. Option C, reflex arc. Option D, nephron. The correct answer is option C, reflex arc. This choice is best because it allows quick reactions without conscious processing first. The other choices point to binds oxygen and helps deliver it to tissues, regulates behaviors and physiology over about 24 hours, and filters plasma and adjusts water and solute balance, so they do not match the clue. Question 34. One question gives the clue bringing large materials into a cell and vesicles. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A, phospholipid bilayer. Option B, endocytosis. Option C, mitosis. Option D, active transport. The correct answer is option B, endocytosis. This choice is best because it uses membrane pockets to take material into the cell. The other choices point to forms the flexible barrier that separates cell interiors from surroundings, maintains chromosome number in somatic cells, and requires energy to move materials from low to high concentration, so they do not match the clue. Question 35. Can you spot the biology term for an organism that obtains energy by eating other organisms in mixed biology review? Option A, consumer. Option B, logistic growth. Option C, density-dependent factor. Option D, mutualism. The correct answer is option A, consumer. This choice is best because it depends on producers or other consumers for energy. The other choices point to produce as an S-shaped curve when resources become limiting, includes competition, disease and predation, and is a symbiosis that helps both partners, so they do not match the clue. Question 36. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue copying DNA before cell division? Option A, DNA replication. Option B, epigenetics. Option C, binary fission. Option D, sex-linked inheritance. The correct answer is option A, DNA replication. This choice is best because it duplicates genetic material so daughter cells can receive it. The other choices point to can affect whether genes are turned on or off, is the common asexual reproduction method in bacteria, and often shows distinctive patterns because males have one X chromosome, so they do not match the clue. Question 37. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains the maximum population size an environment can sustain? Option A, decomposer. Option B, carrying capacity. Option C, secondary succession. Option D, ecological niche. The correct answer is option B, carrying capacity. This choice is best because it limits population growth when resources are finite. The other choices point to recycles nutrients back into ecosystems, happens after events like fires or abandoned farming, and includes how an organism lives and interacts, so they do not match the clue. Question 38. After observing cells that open and close stomata, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, ectotherm. Option B, Calvin cycle. Option C, guard cells. Option D, innate immunity. The correct answer is option C, guard cells. This choice is best because it regulates gas exchange and water loss. The other choices point to gets most body heat from the environment, fixes carbon into carbohydrates using ADP and NAD, and includes barriers and nonspecific responses, so they do not match the clue. Question 39. Before answering an item about a species' role and resource use in an ecosystem, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, exponential growth. Option B, predation. Option C, ecological niche. Option D, population. The correct answer is option C, ecological niche. This choice is best because it includes how an organism lives and interacts. The other choices point to produce as a J-shaped curve under ideal conditions, links predator and prey population dynamics, and is the basic unit often studied in population biology, so they do not match the clue. Question 40. The phrase a heritable trait that improves fitness in an environment most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Option B, population. Option C, adaptation. Option D, point mutation. The correct answer is option C, adaptation. This choice is best because it can become common when it increases reproductive success. The other choices point to models a non-evolving population under specific conditions, is the basic unit often studied in population biology, and alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product, so they do not match the clue. Question 41. Where does the clue modifying, sorting, and packaging cell products lead in mixed biology review? Option A, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Option B, thylakoid membrane. Option C, Golgi apparatus. Option D, nucleus. The correct answer is option C, Golgi apparatus. This choice is best because it packages molecules for transport inside or outside the cell. The other choices point to synthesizes lipids and helps detoxify chemicals, contains photosystems and electron transport components, and houses chromosomes and helps regulate cellular activity, so they do not match the clue. Question 42. Why would the allele combination an organism carries be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, pedigree. Option B, point mutation. Option C, law of segregation. Option D, genotype. The correct answer is option D, genotype. This choice is best because it describes genetic makeup for a trait. The other choices point to shows how traits pass through generations, alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product, and explains why each gamete receives only one allele for a gene, so they do not match the clue. Question 43. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains most ADP production during aerobic respiration? Option A, prokaryotic cell. Option B, stem cell. Option C, chloroplast. Option D, mitochondrion. The correct answer is option D, mitochondrion. This choice is best because it carries out reactions that generate much of the cell's ATP. The other choices point to has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, can develop into specialized cell types, and contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis in plants and algae, so they do not match the clue. Question 44. After observing exchange of DNA between homologous chromosomes, which concept is most likely in mixed biology review? Option A, codon. Option B, cladogram. Option C, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Option D, crossing over. The correct answer is option D, crossing over. This choice is best because it increases genetic variation during meiosis. The other choices point to links the genetic code to protein sequence, organizes organisms by evolutionary relationships, and models a non-evolving population under specific conditions, so they do not match the clue. Question 45. Before answering an item about a feeding position in a food chain, which concept should be recognized in mixed biology review? Option A, food web. Option B, parasitism. Option C, trophic level. Option D, predation. The correct answer is option C, trophic level. This choice is best because it places organisms by how they obtain energy. The other choices point to shows multiple pathways of energy flow is a symbiosis that benefits the parasite, and links predator and prey population dynamics, so they do not match the clue. Question 46. The phrase "a diagram of evolutionary relationships" most clearly refers to which biology concept in mixed biology review? Option A, phylogenetic tree. Option B, reproductive isolation. Option C, cladogram. Option D, genetic drift. The correct answer is option A, phylogenetic tree. This choice is best because it shows hypotheses about shared ancestry. The other choices point to helps populations diverge into separate species, organizes organisms by evolutionary relationships, and has especially strong effects in small populations, so they do not match the clue. Question 47. Where does the clue separating DNA fragments by size lead in mixed biology review? Option A, operon. Option B, point mutation. Option C, gel electrophoresis. Option D, PCR. The correct answer is option C, gel electrophoresis. This choice is best because it uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel. The other choices point to lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, alters a single DNA base and may affect a gene product, and makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis, so they do not match the clue. Question 48. Why would a plant hormone that promotes stem elongation and seed germination be tested in a mixed biology review question? Option A, stomata. Option B, antigen. Option C, neuron. Option D, gibberellin. The correct answer is option D, gibberellin. This choice is best because it stimulates growth and germination in many plants. The other choices point to open and close to balance carbon dioxide intake with water conservation, can trigger a specific immune response, and uses electrical signals and synapses to communicate, so they do not match the clue. Question 49. During review of mixed biology review, which term names one species benefiting while the other is largely unaffected? Option A, ecosystem. Option B, commensalism. Option C, ectotherm. Option D, competition. The correct answer is option B, commensalism. This choice is best because it is a symbiosis with no clear effect on one partner. The other choices point to includes living organisms and abiotic factors, gets most body heat from the environment, and can reduce survival or reproduction when resources are scarce, so they do not match the clue. Question 50. Based on the description cell division that produces haploid gametes, which choice makes sense for mixed biology review? Option A, law of segregation. Option B, genotype. Option C, binary fission. Option D, meiosis. The correct answer is option D, meiosis. This choice is best because it has chromosome number for sexual reproduction. The other choices point to explains why each gamete receives only one allele for a gene, describes genetic makeup for a trait, and is the common asexual reproduction method in bacteria, so they do not match the clue. Question 51. Students reviewing mixed biology review see an organic helper molecule for enzyme activity. Which answer is best? Option A, carbohydrate. Option B, ATP. Option C, lipid. Option D, coenzyme. The correct answer is option D, coenzyme. This choice is best because it assists enzymes in carrying out reactions. The other choices point to include sugars and polysaccharides used for energy and structure, stores usable energy in phosphate bonds for cellular work, and includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids, so they do not match the clue. Question 52. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes testing explanations with evidence. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, data table. Option B, correlation. Option C, scientific method. Option D, bar graph. The correct answer is option C, scientific method. This choice is best because it uses observations, hypotheses, experiments, and conclusions. The other choices point to helps compare variables and identify patterns, does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, and shows differences among discrete groups, so they do not match the clue. Question 53. Could a test writer use rigid support outside the plasma membrane to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, pollination. Option B, cancer. Option C, osmosis. Option D, cell wall. The correct answer is option D, cell wall. This choice is best because it provides structural support and protection in plants, fungi, and many bacteria. The other choices point to moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, results from failures in normal cell cycle regulation, and is the diffusion of water across a membrane, so they do not match the clue. Question 54. Is the best match for a control point that prevents damaged cells from dividing found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, exocytosis. Option B, cell cycle checkpoint. Option C, ribosome. Option D, chloroplast. The correct answer is option B, cell cycle checkpoint. This choice is best because it helps maintain genome stability before cell division continues. The other choices point to moves vesicles to the membrane so their contents leave the cell, is the site where translation builds polypeptides, and contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis in plants and algae, so they do not match the clue. Question 55. A short passage on mixed biology review describes a species with a large effect relative to its abundance. Which answer fits? Option A, keystone species. Option B, population. Option C, consumer. Option D, carrying capacity. The correct answer is option A, keystone species. This choice is best because it can strongly shape community structure. The other choices point to is the basic unit often studied in population biology, depends on producers or other consumers for energy, and limits population growth when resources are finite, so they do not match the clue. Question 56. If a passage mentions an organism relying mainly on external heat, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, endocrine system. Option B, ectotherm. Option C, energy pyramid. Option D, keystone species. The correct answer is option B, ectotherm. This choice is best because it gets most body heat from the environment. The other choices point to uses hormones to coordinate long-distance body responses, shows energy loss as heat between feeding levels, and can strongly shape community structure, so they do not match the clue. Question 57. Researchers studying ecology notice community recovery after disturbance where soil remains. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, conservation biology. Option B, population. Option C, secondary succession. Option D, carbon cycle. The correct answer is option C, secondary succession. This choice is best because it happens after events like fires or abandoned farming. The other choices point to uses biology to preserve species and habitats, is the basic unit often studied in population biology, and connects photosynthesis, respiration, decomposition, and combustion, so they do not match the clue. Question 58. An experiment points to similar function due to convergent evolution. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, kin selection. Option B, natural selection. Option C, cladogram. Option D, analogous structure. The correct answer is option D, analogous structure. This choice is best because it reflects similar selection pressures rather than close ancestry. The other choices point to can explain some forms of altruistic behavior, changes trait frequencies when traits affect survival or reproduction, and organizes organisms by evolutionary relationships, so they do not match the clue. Question 59. Under a review heading for Mixed Biology Review, which term fits a graph used to compare categories? Option A, controlled variable. Option B, correlation. Option C, dependent variable. Option D, bar graph. The correct answer is option D, bar graph. This choice is best because it shows differences among discrete groups. The other choices point to reduce as alternative explanations for the results, does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, and is observed to see whether it changes, so they do not match the clue. Question 60. Would members of the same species in one area most strongly support which answer in Mixed Biology Review? Option A, keystone species. Option B, population. Option C, consumer. Option D, mutualism. The correct answer is option B, population. This choice is best because it is the basic unit often studied in population biology. The other choices point to can strongly shape community structure, depends on producers or other consumers for energy, and is a symbiosis that helps both partners, so they do not match the clue. Question 61. For a question on Mixed Biology Review, how should a student identify cells becoming specialized for specific functions? Option A, DNA replication. Option B, active transport. Option C, stem cell. Option D, cell differentiation. The correct answer is option D, cell differentiation. This choice is best because it allows multicellular organisms to form different tissues. The other choices point to duplicates genetic material so daughter cells can receive it, requires energy to move materials from low to high concentration, and can develop into specialized cell types, so they do not match the clue. Question 62. If a passage mentions a plant hormone involved in bending toward light, which answer should be selected in Mixed Biology Review? Option A, auxin. Option B, peristalsis. Option C, heart. Option D, embryonic cleavage. The correct answer is option A, auxin. This choice is best because it promotes cell elongation and phototroism. The other choices point to pushes material along the digestive tract, maintains blood flow to deliver materials around the body, and increases cell number soon after fertilization, so they do not match the clue. Question 63. Researchers studying ecology notice one organism killing and eating another. Which term explains it in Mixed Biology Review? Option A, biome. Option B, case-selected species. Option C, predation. Option D, producer. The correct answer is option C, predation. This choice is best because it links predator and prey population dynamics. The other choices point to groups ecosystems with similar climate and life forms, often do well near carrying capacity, and forms the energy base of many ecosystems, so they do not match the clue. Question 64. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes transporting water and minerals upward in plants. Which choice fits Mixed Biology Review? Option A, action potential. Option B, positive feedback. Option C, light reactions. Option D, xylem. The correct answer is option D, xylem. This choice is best because it moves water from roots toward leaves. The other choices point to propagates nerve signals along axons, pushes a process further until a specific endpoint occurs, and capture light energy and create energy carriers for sugar production, so they do not match the clue. Question 65. Could a test writer use a cell without a nucleus or membrane-bound organelles to ask about which concept in Mixed Biology Review? Option A, prokaryotic cell. Option B, apoptosis. Option C, Gram stain. Option D, cell cycle checkpoint. The correct answer is option A, prokaryotic cell. This choice is best because it has DNA but lacks a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. The other choices point to removes damaged or unneeded cells in an orderly way, helps distinguish major bacterial groups, and helps maintain genome stability before cell division continues, so they do not match the clue. Question 66. Is the best match for a plant embryo with stored food and a protective coat found in which choice for Mixed Biology Review? Option A, antigen. Option B, antidiuretic hormone. Option C, seed. Option D, pollination. The correct answer is option C, seed. This choice is best because it helps plants disperse and survive until germination. The other choices point to can trigger a specific immune response, helps conserve water when the body is dehydrated, and moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, so they do not match the clue. Question 67. A short passage on mixed biology review describes fusion of sperm and egg nuclei. Which answer fits? Option A, gamete. Option B, pollination. Option C, circadian rhythm. Option D, fertilization. The correct answer is option D, fertilization. This choice is best because it restores diploid chromosome number in a zygote. The other choices point to carries one set of chromosomes for sexual reproduction, moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, and regulates behaviors and physiology over about 24 hours, so they do not match the clue. Question 68. If a passage mentions increasing kidney water reabsorption, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, auxin. Option B, vein. Option C, nervous system. Option D, antidiuretic hormone. The correct answer is option D, antidiuretic hormone. This choice is best because it helps conserve water when the body is dehydrated. The other choices point to promote cell elongation and phototroism, returns blood to the heart and often has valves, and coordinates fast responses through neurons, so they do not match the clue. Question 69. Researchers studying molecular notice long-term energy storage and phospholipid membrane structure. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, ATP. Option B, lipid. Option C, hydrolysis. Option D, hypotonic solution. The correct answer is option B, lipid. This choice is best because it includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids. The other choices point to stores usable energy in phosphate bonds for cellular work, uses water to split larger molecules into smaller units, and has a lower solute concentration than the cell, causing water entry, so they do not match the clue. Question 70. Suppose a CLEP-style biology item describes organized rows and columns of observations. Which choice fits mixed biology review? Option A, microscope magnification. Option B, correlation. Option C, bar graph. Option D, data table. The correct answer is option D, data table. This choice is best because it helps compare variables and identify patterns. The other choices point to gives total magnification for viewing a specimen, does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, and shows differences among discrete groups, so they do not match the clue. Question 71. Could a test writer use general defenses that act quickly against pathogens to ask about which concept in mixed biology review? Option A, innate immunity. Option B, digestive enzyme. Option C, reflex arc. Option D, xylem. The correct answer is option A, innate immunity. This choice is best because it includes barriers and nonspecific responses. The other choices point to catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, allows quick reactions without conscious processing first, and moves water from roots toward leaves, so they do not match the clue. Question 72. Is the best match for random separation of homologous chromosome pairs found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, independent assortment. Option B, frameshift mutation. Option C, nucleic acid. Option D, incomplete dominance. The correct answer is option A, independent assortment. This choice is best because it creates different chromosome combinations in gametes. The other choices point to can change many downstream amino acids, includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, and produces a blended-looking trait in the heterozygote, so they do not match the clue. Question 73. A short passage on mixed biology review describes a cell losing water and shrinking. Which answer fits? Option A, hypertonic solution. Option B, lipid. Option C, eukaryotic cell. Option D, nucleus. The correct answer is option A, hypertonic solution. This choice is best because it has a higher solute concentration than the cell, causing water loss. The other choices point to includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids, contains a nucleus and complex internal compartments, and houses chromosomes and helps regulate cellular activity, so they do not match the clue. Question 74. If a passage mentions a testable explanation, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, correlation. Option B, sample size. Option C, line graph. Option D, hypothesis. The correct answer is option D, hypothesis. This choice is best because it makes a prediction that can be supported or rejected by evidence. The other choices point to does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other, affects reliability and confidence in results, and displays trends in a continuous variable, so they do not match the clue. Question 75. Researchers studying evolution notice barriers that prevent gene exchange between populations. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, phylogenetic tree. Option B, density-dependent factor. Option C, reproductive isolation. Option D, population. The correct answer is option C, reproductive isolation. This choice is best because it helps populations diverge into separate species. The other choices point to shows hypotheses about shared ancestry, includes competition, disease, and predation, and is the basic unit often studied in population biology, so they do not match the clue. Question 76. An experiment points to uncontrolled cell division. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, ribosome. Option B, eukaryotic cell. Option C, cancer. Option D, rough endoplasmic reticulum. The correct answer is option C, cancer. This choice is best because it results from failures in normal cell cycle regulation. The other choices point to is the site where translation builds polypeptides, contains a nucleus and complex internal compartments, and is studded with ribosomes and helps process newly made proteins, so they do not match the clue. Question 77. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits a haploid reproductive cell? Option A, gamete. Option B, vaccine. Option C, gastrulation. Option D, meiosis. The correct answer is option A, gamete. This choice is best because it carries one set of chromosomes for sexual reproduction. The other choices point to prepares the immune system for future exposure, sets up basic body tissues and organization, and has chromosome number for sexual reproduction, so they do not match the clue. Question 78. Would a trait controlled by a gene on a sex chromosome most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, gel electrophoresis. Option B, sex-linked inheritance. Option C, point mutation. Option D, DNA replication. The correct answer is option B, sex-linked inheritance. This choice is best because it often shows distinctive patterns because males have one X chromosome. The other choices point to uses an electric field to move DNA through a gel, alters a single DNA base, and may affect a gene product, and duplicates genetic material so daughter cells can receive it, so they do not match the clue. Question 79. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify an organism generating much body heat metabolically? Option A, pollination. Option B, antibody. Option C, embryonic cleavage. Option D, endotherm. The correct answer is option D, endotherm. This choice is best because it uses internal metabolism to regulate temperature. The other choices point to moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, helps neutralize or mark pathogens for destruction, and increases cell number soon after fertilization, so they do not match the clue. Question 80. For a clue about resisting sudden changes in pH, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, buffer. Option B, active site. Option C, nucleic acid. Option D, insulin. The correct answer is option A, buffer. This choice is best because it helps biological fluids stay near a stable pH. The other choices point to is the specific binding area for the substrate, includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, and promotes glucose uptake and storage, so they do not match the clue. Question 81. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies a cell gaining water and swelling in mixed biology review? Option A, endocytosis. Option B, apoptosis. Option C, hypotonic solution. Option D, bacterium. The correct answer is option C, hypotonic solution. This choice is best because it has a lower solute concentration than the cell, causing water entry. The other choices point to uses membrane pockets to take material into the cell, removes damaged or unneeded cells in an orderly way, and has cellular structure but lacks a nucleus, so they do not match the clue. Question 82. A mixed biology review passage asks about random change in allele frequencies. Which response is accurate? Option A, founder effect. Option B, population. Option C, genetic drift. Option D, community. The correct answer is option C, genetic drift. This choice is best because it has especially strong effects in small populations. The other choices point to can make a new population genetically different by chance, is the basic unit often studied in population biology, and includes multiple species living together, so they do not match the clue. Question 83. One question gives the clue two variables changing together. Which answer completes a mixed biology review item? Option A, correlation. Option B, controlled variable. Option C, hypothesis. Option D, line graph. The correct answer is option A, correlation. This choice is best because it does not by itself prove that one variable causes the other. The other choices point to reduces alternative explanations for the results, makes a prediction that can be supported or rejected by evidence, and displays trends in a continuous variable, so they do not match the clue. Question 84. Can you spot the biology term for transporting sugars through a plant in mixed biology review? Option A, embryonic cleavage. Option B, fertilization. Option C, phloem. Option D, thermoregulation. The correct answer is option C, phloem. This choice is best because it moves products of photosynthesis to growing or storage tissues. The other choices point to increases cell number soon after fertilization, restores diploid chromosome number in a zygote, and helps organisms maintain enzyme function and homeostasis, so they do not match the clue. Question 85. In a practice set on mixed biology review, which option best matches the clue oxygen moving into blood and carbon dioxide moving out? Option A, reflex arc. Option B, diffusion in lungs. Option C, neuron. Option D, neurotransmitter. The correct answer is option B, diffusion in lungs. This choice is best because it moves gases down their concentration gradients. The other choices point to allows quick reactions without conscious processing first, uses electrical signals and synapses to communicate, and carries signals from one neuron to another cell, so they do not match the clue. Question 86. In a lab-style item about mixed biology review, which choice best explains a lymphocyte that can produce antibodies? Option A, transpiration. Option B, artery. Option C, phloem. Option D, B cell. The correct answer is option D, B cell. This choice is best because it drives humoral immunity against specific antigens. The other choices point to helps move water through xylem, moves blood under relatively high pressure away from the heart, and moves products of photosynthesis to growing or storage tissues, so they do not match the clue. Question 87. Researchers studying genetics notice amplifying a selected DNA segment. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, nucleic acid. Option B, PCR. Option C, transgenic organism. Option D, operon. The correct answer is option B, PCR. This choice is best because it makes many copies of a DNA region for analysis. The other choices point to includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, and lets prokaryotes regulate groups of genes together, so they do not match the clue. Question 88. An experiment points to lowering blood glucose after a meal. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, insulin. Option B, innate immunity. Option C, endotherm. Option D, heart. The correct answer is option A, insulin. This choice is best because it promotes glucose uptake and storage. The other choices point to includes barriers and nonspecific responses, uses internal metabolism to regulate temperature, and maintains blood flow to deliver materials around the body, so they do not match the clue. Question 89. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits joining monomers while releasing water? Option A, lipid. Option B, protein. Option C, hydrolysis. Option D, dehydration synthesis. The correct answer is option D, dehydration synthesis. This choice is best because it forms polymers by removing water during bond formation. The other choices point to includes fats, oils, steroids, and membrane phospholipids, is built from amino acids and performs many cell functions, and uses water to split larger molecules into smaller units, so they do not match the clue. Question 90. Is the best match for making RNA from a DNA template found in which choice for mixed biology review? Option A, law of segregation. Option B, restriction enzyme. Option C, transcription. Option D, frame shift mutation. The correct answer is option C, transcription. This choice is best because it copies genetic information into RNA. The other choices point to explains why each gamete receives only one allele for a gene, acts like molecular scissors in DNA technology, and can change many downstream amino acids, so they do not match the clue. Question 91. A short passage on mixed biology review describes water evaporating from leaves and pulling water upward. Which answer fits? Option A, antigen. Option B, transpiration. Option C, insulin. Option D, neurotransmitter. The correct answer is option B, transpiration. This choice is best because it helps move water through xylem. The other choices point to can trigger a specific immune response, promotes glucose uptake and storage, and carries signals from one neuron to another cell, so they do not match the clue. Question 92. If a passage mentions both alleles being fully expressed, which answer should be selected in mixed biology review? Option A, law of independent assortment. Option B, phenotype. Option C, codominance. Option D, transgenic organism. The correct answer is option C, codominance. This choice is best because it allows both traits to appear in the heterozygote. The other choices point to explains independent inheritance of many traits, describes what can be seen or measured, and contains introduced DNA that can change its traits, so they do not match the clue. Question 93. Researchers studying molecular notice enzymes, transport proteins, and structural fibers. Which term explains it in mixed biology review? Option A, coenzyme. Option B, enzyme. Option C, protein. Option D, nucleic acid. The correct answer is option C, protein. This choice is best because it is built from amino acids and performs many cell functions. The other choices point to assists enzymes in carrying out reactions, speeds reactions without being consumed, and includes DNA and RNA, which carry genetic information, so they do not match the clue. Question 94. An experiment points to a molecule changing enzyme shape at a non-active site. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, allosteric regulation. Option B, active site. Option C, protein. Option D, buffer. The correct answer is option A, allosteric regulation. This choice is best because it controls enzyme activity by binding away from the active site. The other choices point to is the specific binding area for the substrate, is built from amino acids and performs many cell functions, and helps biological fluids stay near a stable pH, so they do not match the clue. Question 95. Under a review heading for mixed biology review, which term fits a limiting factor not tied to population density? Option A, fitness. Option B, food web. Option C, commensalism. Option D, density independent factor. The correct answer is option D, density independent factor. This choice is best because it includes storms, fires, and many abiotic disturbances. The other choices point to measures how well a genotype contributes offspring to the next generation, shows multiple pathways of energy flow, and is a symbiosis with no clear effect on one partner, so they do not match the clue. Question 96. Would assembling amino acids into proteins most strongly support which answer in mixed biology review? Option A, apoptosis. Option B, chloroplast. Option C, cell cycle checkpoint. Option D, ribosome. The correct answer is option D, ribosome. This choice is best because it is the site where translation builds polypeptides. The other choices point to removes damaged or unneeded cells in an orderly way, contains chlorophyll and performs photosynthesis in plants and algae, and helps maintain genome stability before cell division continues, so they do not match the clue. Question 97. For a question on mixed biology review, how should a student identify tiny lung sac where gas exchange occurs? Option A, pollination. Option B, alveolus. Option C, digestive enzyme. Option D, innate immunity. The correct answer is option B, alveolus. This choice is best because it provides a large surface for oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. The other choices point to moves male gametophytes to a site where fertilization can occur, catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, and includes barriers and nonspecific responses, so they do not match the clue. Question 98. For a clue about defending the body against pathogens, which term is most precise in mixed biology review? Option A, immune system. Option B, phloem. Option C, gibberellin. Option D, digestive enzyme. The correct answer is option A, immune system. This choice is best because it recognizes and responds to foreign invaders. The other choices point to moves products of photosynthesis to growing or storage tissues, stimulates growth and germination in many plants, and catalyzes digestion of macromolecules, so they do not match the clue. Question 99. Compared with the other choices, which option identifies nitrogenous waste formed from protein breakdown in mixed biology review? Option A, artery. Option B, urea. Option C, antidiuretic hormone. Option D, capillary. The correct answer is option B, urea. This choice is best because it is less toxic than ammonia and is excreted in urine. The other choices point to moves blood under relatively high pressure away from the heart, helps conserve water when the body is dehydrated, and allows gases, nutrients, and wastes to move between blood and tissues, so they do not match the clue. Question 100. An experiment points to rapid electrical and chemical communication. Which answer is most relevant in mixed biology review? Option A, artery. Option B, nervous system. Option C, reflex arc. Option D, innate immunity. The correct answer is option B, nervous system. This choice is best because it coordinates fast responses through neurons. The other choices point to moves blood under relatively high pressure away from the heart, allows quick reactions without conscious processing first, and includes barriers and nonspecific responses, so they do not match the clue.